Welcome to Wisdom for Living broadcast with Feyi Adesanya, a program designed to equip you with insights for quality living from the scriptures. Sit back and relax as Pastor Feyi shares a timely message with you today.
Hello there, my name is Feyi Adesanya. Thank you for tuning in to Wisdom for Living. Today, I want to begin to talk to us on what I've titled Doing a Lot with a Little. Doing a lot with a little. You see, from time to time, we all will find ourselves in situations where what we have seems insufficient to meet the need at hand. This is something that has either happened to you before, is happening to you now, or will definitely happen to you. There will always be such circumstances. And listen to this. This is not peculiar to the poor or needy alone. You know, people wrongly assume that only the poor have such situations. The truth is that it's a matter of big headache. That is, even those who you suppose have a lot of things to, or who are rich to, they are faced with such circumstances. It's just that it is at a larger scale. That is, think of the richest man on earth now, or let's narrow it down to our country, Nigeria, the richest man in Nigeria. You may think that, well, he has all that he needs, but the truth is far from that. He also, or she also, whoever it is that is the richest person, alright, will also find himself or herself in situations where they have a lot to do, but the resources at hand seem not to be enough. Of course, this is why, people resort to taking loans from bank. And this is not even limited to finances alone. It cuts across different other aspects of our lives. My point is this: we all will be faced with a situation where what you have is not enough to undo, or seem not to be enough to undo what you want to do. You see, at this junction where needs seem to overwhelm resources at hand, you are faced with two options. First is to resign to fate, or the second is to try to use what you have to get the job done. Now, if you are the type of person who always goes for the first option, that is, you just resign to fate. That is, you say to yourself, well, I need ₦1 million and what I have is 10,000 naira, then certainly this cannot be done. This is beyond me. If you are that kind of person that resorts to fate, right, you will find that you may never be able to do any notable thing, because this situation will always present itself to you. And this, again, as I've said, is not a matter of how rich you are or how poor you are. From time to time, you will find yourself confronted with such situations. So that resigning to fate is not something you should settle for. Otherwise, you will not be able to do any notable thing, because big things always stretch us. If you see anybody who is advancing in life, doing great things, all right, for himself, for mankind, for God, the truth is that they've learned to stretch. They have been faced with situations and circumstances that seem that what they have at hand is not enough to meet what they want to do, but they have learned to stretch and have in the process experienced a miracle. And that's what I want you to experience too, that miracle of doing a lot with a little. So go for that second option. I can assure you, you'll be stretched. You may even falter at some instances, but you certainly will experience miracles. The miracle of doing a lot with a little. You see, as I said, this is not peculiar to us or to the rich or the poor alone. Even Jesus was faced with this circumstance too. At least twice, right, in his earthly stay here, Bible records that Jesus needed to feed a multitude of people, but had only a few loaves and fishes. He too had the option of dodging the situation. In fact, his disciples advised him to so do. They said, send these people away. Alright, we don't have what to feed them. But he decided to take up the challenge, and at the end of the day, 5 loaves and 2 fishes fed 5,000 families, and 7 loaves and few little fishes fed 4,000 at different instances. If I had the time, I would have read these stories to us. John 6 from verse 1 to 14, and as well as Matthew 15 from verse 32 to 38. So which means that no matter how spiritual you are, of course you can't be more spiritual than Jesus, you too will be faced with this. Do you understand? So talk of doing a lot with a little, those are classic examples of doing a lot with little. You fed 5,000 families, because the Bible says 5,000 men, not counting the women and the children. You fed 5,000 families with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. What a great miracle that is. All right. And at another time, he fed 4,000 with 7 loaves and a few fishes. So, whereas we have long thought of these miracles in the Bible, I have too. We've thought of them as purely miracles, and indeed they are miracles. They are not fables. They are real life situations that happened, and Jesus did those miracles. But what I want you to know is this: beyond the miracle, all right, beyond looking at it just as a miracle, if you look at it closely, we will find underlying principles Jesus employed to get results. If we too employ these principles, we will end up with the same miracle of achieving great things with minimal resources. So this is what I want to try to begin to share with us in this series of teaching I've titled Doing a Lot with a Little. We're actually learning from Jesus how that he used a little substance to do great things, and we can extrapolate principles from there, right? That will help us in doing great things too with seemingly little resource. I believe the stories are written in the Bible. The Bible says for us to learn, right? And that's what we're going to do. But my time is fast spent today. Do well to join me next time. I'll delve further into this. God bless you.
Thank you for your listening attention. Tune in again, same time, same station, for another episode of Wisdom for Living. You can connect with Pastor Feyi on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Feyi Adesanya, and on YouTube at The Teacher Ministries. For partnership details and other enquiries, send an email to theteacherministries@gmail.com, theteacherministries@gmail.com, or call 070-555-20824, 070-555-20824. God bless you.